Today we are talking about the top 3 common mistakes that almost everyone with narcissistic personality disorder makes. And the thing is that a narcissist can't see or acknowledge these mistakes. So let's not waste a second. My name is Darina and I'm doing my psychology postgrad in Australia. So let's dive into the first mistake, which is treating their partner really horribly even though they are their main resource. The paradox here is that someone with narcissistic personality disorder is both heavily dependent on relationships and incapable of functioning without them. At the same time, they'll do everything in their power to destroy those relationships. For a narcissist, their partner is their support, their resource, and their emotional fuel. They can't function without them. They might try to feed off anyone else, but it's never the same, and sooner or later it all falls apart. On the other hand, the partner is treated as expendable, just a dumping ground for all their negativity and anger. Why aren't they afraid of losing their main resource? Again, it's a weird way their psyche function. They convinced they're loved unconditionally, no matter what they do. They live in a fantasy world where nothing bad can happen to them. But why don't they cherish their family or relationship like everyone else does? Well, they just reject reality. Bad things can't happen to them because they're in their own bubble with their own rules. They genuinely believe this, and then they're genuinely surprised when their victim walks away from the mess they've created. By the way, guys, if you're getting value from this video or finding it interesting or entertaining, can you please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel? It will really help me as a new creator to develop this channel. Now let's jump onto their second mistake, which is their inability to see cause and effect in relationship and their magical thinking. A narcissist can be highly intelligent, successful in their career, speak many languages and have a high IQ, but they fail to see the connections between events that healthy people would find obvious. Healthy people understand that actions lead to results. If you do this, you get that. But for a narcissist, there is this magical thinking that messes with their understanding of reality. They just can't understand that actions have consequences. So let's break down why it is like that. For a regular person, there is an obvious cause and effect relationship. For instance, not having money because you're not working, or not having a healthy relationship because you keep making the same mistakes, or maybe you have legal issues because you broke the law. Most people might attribute these to their own actions or circumstances, but not narcissists. They blame it to the supernatural forces, magic, fate, or other people. Why? Well, firstly, because people with narcissistic personality disorder are like 8 to 11-year-old kids mentally. They might be super smart or intelligent, but when it comes to basic stuff, it's like they're stuck in the head of a kid. So when you talk to a narcissist, you are dealing with this weird mix of an adult and a child. Secondly, they just don't want to take responsibility for their actions. It's easier for them to blame stars, karma, or magic than to admit they messed up. This is how their minds work. And thirdly, they are terrible at learning from their past experiences. There are several studies that describe the process of being hired to a job, and in the event of a failure, narcissists don't take responsibility for not being hired to a job. They always blame someone else. It is the person who did not carefully read their CV, or external forces or planets have not been in a correct alignment. Anyway, it is always something, but they are perfect. They can't do wrong, and they don't understand that they have a lack of experience or they are not a good fit for a position, and so on. So they just get stuck in this loop where they don't evolve. They're just stuck in their ways, never admitting fault, never moving forward. They're like a statue, unchanging and set in stone. They're always right, and period. And that's pretty much all you need to know about narcissists. For those who think they can change, well, their brains just don't work like that. Their psyche is wired differently. How can you change something that you do not see as wrong? So, do they suffer from it? No, they don't. They don't need help because they have different values, different priorities, and a different way of thinking. If you are dealing with this, focus yourself on your sanity and sometimes on even saving your life. Another mistake of a narcissist, they have unrealistic expectations of themselves or the others. And it's leading to constant disappointment and dissatisfaction. So it is like they are constantly stepping on their own throat. When they want to have an ideal person next to themselves, it is for a reason that this person has to serve as an accessory to their grandiose ego. However, the biggest mistake lies in that rather than working on your self-esteem and trying to feel better about yourself, they keep searching for perfection. They keep trying to be that perfection, and no one and nothing can satisfy them, leading to even bigger disappointment, to bigger dissatisfaction and a narcissistic shame. It is like a person who has no home and is couch surfing among friends, but they keep buying Gucci bags that they cannot afford just to look good and keep this image in the eyes of others and feel good that they are owning something that the majority of people cannot afford, even though maybe it would be smarter to start searching for an apartment to rent and make the life more stable and grounded. If you enjoy watching videos about narcissists, I recommend you hit here to watch a full playlist on narcissism. I would also like to include a few video links in the description of this video. Look after yourself and your loved ones, and I will see you next time.